All right, time to keep for the next step in our battle against the vegetarian rat. So if you saw from the previous video, the rat was getting his head way up in there, and I just was surprised it was not tripping the sensor or the tripwire. And we put this tomato back here, but I don't think that might have helped. But anyway, we're going to forget about the tomato, and we're going to double check that this trap is operating. I think it's out of gas. No, it's still going. That's the 10th strike. What I'm going to do though is I'm going to go ahead and change the cartridge anyway. Lately I've just been going up to 10 strikes because I have got as many as 15 or 18 strikes, but it's very frustrating if the gas isn't working and you don't get the rat. So I'm just going to go ahead and change this one, and then because then I can clean this out. I have a feeling I just want to clean this out and make it more appetizing for vegetarian rats. I'm going to unscrew this. Some air is going to come out. First I'll take this off. Yeah, so there was still some air in there. Actually quite a bit of air. Probably could have got another 5 strikes on that one, but I'm going to take this off. Then we're going to reset this. So if you hold the button down, it resets it to 0 after blinking. Okay, so it's 0 now. All right, so now this is safe. I'm going to go ahead and trip the trigger anyway, just to make sure. I see there's still some air in there. So even though you take the canister off, don't assume that it's safe. So now it's not moving. So what I'm thinking is that there's so much junk jammed in here that the trigger wasn't moving. I think that was the problem. So I have too much peanut butter and other crap in here. I'm going to clean this out and start with a clean trap. I'll use. I'll show you what tools I'm going to use. All right, so I'm going to use an old table knife, and I'm also going to use this brass brush. I'm not going to scrub super hard with this, but it'll get some of them, and also has a little poker, a little metal poker here to get into crevices and get stuff out. So first we're going to try the knife. Try to scrape as much of this out as we can. I don't want to leave this lying around because then it just will attract the rats. So I'll put it in the compost heap. And then I'll go back with this brush and brush around. And then when it's all clean, we'll just put some peanut butter in it, our usual Skippy. That works the best. And I'm probably not going to put more bird seeds in there unless I think I have to. But one other thing is, if you saw from the previous video, that we have a good spot now for the trap. So the rats are under that little step that goes up the hill. It's a little platform I built to walk up the hill safely. And they're comfortable under there, and then they hop out and go for the trap, and then can hop back quickly, see. So that's the closest I've had to cover, except when I had a vertical over by the compost heap. If you see my other videos, it's usually over there. But this rat would just not put his head up in there, or else I had the same problem. I had too much crap in here. But in any case, we're going to leave it where it is. I think it's a good spot. And we're going to clean this out and then put Skippy in it. Fresh peanut butter, and then hopefully tonight we'll get the vegetarian rat. All right, it's all clean. I used some water. That's one of the good things about this trap. It doesn't use any electricity, so if it's out in the rain, it doesn't affect it. It's really a great trap. So I got everything cleaned off of the striker, off the trigger pin, and around the plunger and up around the top. And this is, if you haven't watched my other videos, this is actually a lure cartridge you get from A24 that puts out chocolate, and it's supposed to last 6 months. But and when you release it, it releases some kind of causes some chemical reaction where the gas comes out and supposedly slowly pushes it out. But my experience with buying it is it just glooped out right away, and I find peanut butter works better. So, but it's great for putting your own bait on. So I just leave that in there. Just a little. I actually don't want to try to take it out because it expands when you after you set it off. So you can just put some peanut butter right on the top of it. That's what you're going to have at the back of your trap, which is going to be how you want Mr. Rat to get back and try to get that peanut butter, so it's a nice smell. So you don't need a lot back here because it's mostly by the smell. So you put that in here, screw it on like normal. see it in there maybe. A little hard to see it in there. Yeah, there you can see it. All right, then I'm going to put some peanut butter. I also haven't put the gas cartridge on yet. I do put peanut butter in this location, even when it's triggered, by being super careful. Again, always treat this like a loaded gun, assuming it's armed and ready to take your finger off. So, never put your finger in there. I'm using a popsicle stick that's far enough away that my fingers are outside of the trap itself. So put that right there, so it's right alongside the trigger. So to get it, he has to go back there and hit this trigger. That's what we want him to do. So I'll put a teeny bit on the outside here, just to make sure they're interested again. I don't want to put a lot because this wastes a lot of time, so I'll just put that much. So then the rat, there's at least 2 rats, because when I've seen the rat by the trap, I often see another one in the vegetable garden itself. So it's a strategic attack on our vegetable garden. So, all right. So now I think I'm going to put it in the holder first, and then put it in the holder first, and then we'll put the gas cartridge on it. It'll be more stable. There. So it's in the holder. Yeah, that's solid. One thing about these screws for the holder, you don't want to tighten them too much, or it won't slip on. So. All right, so now we can put the gas cartridge in. And when you put a new gas cartridge in, you want to screw it in, and then don't hesitate, because otherwise you'll lose a lot of gas. So get a little closer, you can see it better. Yeah, so you want to, once you start screwing it, you want to go quickly. There, so now I made a seal. Then you attach your striker counter onto this. So the way this works, it has an accelerometer in it, so when your strike goes off, it detects the vibration and increments the counter by 1. Okay, so I'm assuming that I could test it now, but I'm sure it's going to work. So these cartridges here, these are not the A24 cartridges. I'm using bicycle inflator cartridges. I have another video that shows a review of those, and they've been working fine for me. So they will void your warranty, but it only has a 1-year warranty, and this is, I think I've been at this at least 4 years now. I mean, guess what? The rats keep showing up. How about that? In any case, I found these are fine. They're about half the cost of the A24 ones. A24 says worry about moisture in the compressed CO2, which could be an issue. That's definitely an issue. But with bicycle inflation cartridges, they don't want any moisture in their area or their CO2 either, because it's going to cause problems with the bike valves. So I'm pretty sure they dewater their air just like the A24 guys do. So you can save some money there. Buy them 5 at a time. All right, so we'll put this back where it was, and tonight, hopefully, we get at least 1, maybe 2 if we're lucky. We have gotten 2 here a couple times in the last few months, so hopefully we'll get 1 or 2, and if we don't get 1 tonight, we'll get the next one as soon as we can. So, all right, wish me luck. Oh, one more thing, yes, I'm wearing these rubber gloves. These are Playtex dishwashing gloves, so I use those so I get the least amount of human smell on the trap. I don't know if it makes any difference, but it seems like it would. So it doesn't hurt, and plus, the trap's it's kind of messy. So wearing some rubber gloves is probably a good idea anyway. All right, vegetarian rat KIA. It was a worthy opponent. So that's the moral of the story for the A24 trap. Don't give up. Use a camera, and eventually you'll get your rat. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Post a comment if you have any questions or ideas, and I'll try to respond. That's all for now, but more videos are coming, and if you want to see them, Please subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification icon if you don't want to miss one. This is STScI signing out, and keep looking up.